Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Outstanding Achievement in the Field of Excellence. I'm your host, James Smith, and I've been off again for another week. I know it looks like I'm slacking, I'm sorry about that, but I still want to give you my undivided attention. I actually had a case of the sniffles, maybe you can still hear it in my voice. I'm not exactly an expert on what my voice sounds like. When I had my first stroke, they told me at the hospital I sounded like a complete drunk. But I did not recognize it at all that there was even a problem. But apparently it was pretty bad. I remember telling my one friend Jim that everything on the outside was a problem, but everything on the inside was still the same. I was still the same person, and I still had all my thoughts, which I think is true as far as I know. But anyone who knows me and sees this, if you sense I'm not quite who I used to be, it is what it is. Anyways, today's episode is brought to you by Mario Darden and his comic Guano Guy. I actually am having another one of my contests right now where you can actually win this original artwork that I did just for fun. This has nothing to do with anything Guano Guy other than it is Guano Guy. I digitally added an effect on here where I have his eyes as the Fonz. You may have seen that in the Outstanding group. I posted that earlier today. But anyways, I'm going to put a link in the description where you can put your name on an upcoming list for not GoFundMe. It's a pay service. I forget which one it is, but you'll see it below. I'll definitely mark out that it's Mark's site. But if you actually press that you're interested in following it, just go ahead and do that. It doesn't mean you're committed to actually buying the book when it's released or anything. It's just as part of the contest. The 10th person to do this, if they do it like a screen grab or a screen capture, that they've actually followed it and they're the 10th person, then they actually win this original art. I'll even pay the postage and handling for it. And all you gotta do is follow, not necessarily buy anything. So far, only 2 people have actually followed his site since this morning, but I figure that's fairly good. I mean, 2 people in a few hours for an upcoming project that's not even a live project at this point. Anyways, I just wanted to show off something I got this last Saturday. I actually bought this Sabretooth comic for $3 at a video game store that has comics as a secondary field. They seem to follow a price guide fairly well, and then they usually get things right. But this was $3, and it's signed by Larry Hama of G.I. Joe fame. Now, I believe that if comics was their primary goal, they wouldn't make this kind of mistake. Here's issue 2. It's not signed, and it's $2. As far as I know, this is a $2 comic, and they probably think that since this is issue 1, that it's worth a little bit more. But they don't notice little things like Larry Hama signing their book. So that's crazy, right? Last week I got another addition to my Essentials and DC Showcase collections. I got this Legion of Superheroes for $15 at the same store. I believe it was normally $15. Oh, it's $16.99. So for about $2 less, and it's, as far as I know, it's way out of print. It's hard to get. Otherwise, I wouldn't probably get this, but I always find that period pretty amusing. Just the actions of Superman are pretty entertaining in the 50s and 60s to me. And that seems to be my absolute favorite. Okay, one more thing to show you. This was pretty popular. I know Robin Fisher and Jose Anderson were very interested in Arthur Ranson's work in this Cy Anderson division, Shambhala. or Shambhala. So I figure we'll take a quick peek at the interiors so they can see what they have to look forward to if they do, in fact, order the book. Here we go. Let me spread this out a bit. Now, it's definitely of its time. It has an 80s vibe, but at the same time, nobody did a photorealistic style like the British. Arthur Ranson is a very underrated talent, and I definitely recommend this book. I've never actually read any Judge Dredd. That's actually why I haven't read this book, but I did buy it after a quick flip through. I do remember looking at the cover in the SQ Productions as a kid and just staring at it in black and white. It was shrunken down. And I had no idea that artists used photographs of models at the time. But they clearly used one for this one. Look at the shadows on the face here and under the finger. Well, that's pretty cool. The interior is not bad. I prefer the cover itself for obvious reasons. But there we go. Let's actually get to why we're here today. We're going to do a little bit of homework. When I say homework, we're actually not doing an actual assignment. We're actually doing some reading. This is The Long Road by Sean McLennan. He is a personal friend of mine. He used to work at Walmart with me, believe it or not, back in the day. I think he actually works helping with charities and technical problems, and like he's on that end of things now. I'm pretty sure he's still there. I haven't talked to him in a little bit, like more than like, hey, how are you, that kind of thing. But anyways, I was supposed to do the cover to this volume, to this novel here, which is a post-apocalyptic novel. I believe this is his first published work, but it's basically what you expect from it. You know, I did have some health setbacks with the stroke and everything, so I couldn't quite complete it. So he hired another artist who I'm actually very fond of this style. To basically do what I was originally planning to do, but obviously in his own inimitable style. But this is really cool. I mean, how many actual novels, this is about 200 something pages, a little over 200. But yeah, if you're interested in Sean's work, check out Sean McClellan on Amazon. This is for sale on there. Okay. Earlier today, I actually got a package from Michael Avolio. This is the Plague Journal, and The Illness Is Not You. And he sent me a couple of business cards. Let me show those off here and put his info out there. Can you see that all right? Here we go. Here, I'll lift this up a bit. All right, go to michaelavolio.com if you're interested in anything you see here. I've actually only read Plague Journal this morning, which I thought was very interesting. Now, this is actually his journal day by day. Each page is a different day of the very first month of the pandemic. Now, when you hear Plague Journal, you think of something sci-fi or something that you can easily dismiss as being cliche. But this is really the world we're in right now. There really is like a plague almost. Well, really, there is a plague. But this is very interesting. If you look at it day by day, it starts out with uncertainty, really. Like, here you go. Last night, I dreamed of friends in happier times. Who cannot identify with that? How long can this go on? You see the beard has gotten pretty long here. That's kind of relatable. But as it goes on, it becomes more and more relatable. This is actually one of my favorite panels, Quarantine Life. It's basically someone behind a jail cell. There you go. I don't know why I like that one, though, but I really dig that. But that's not the one I was talking about earlier, if you were on Facebook. I'll show you that one in a minute. I worry about some things I can't change, but I try to focus on what I can do. Staying home, cooking and eating, spreading information and humor, and creating art. That's basically been me during the pandemic. Keeping track of all the new information is like a full-time job. I guess it's a good thing I'm unemployed. Pretty fun stuff. Yeah, this is, I believe, available on his website. There you go, pandemic fashion. The new look for spring. Well, it's been a little over a year since this was drawn. This is the 1 year anniversary. I like the panels like this. Who cannot identify with a blobby dude during this time where we've all been spending a lot of time at home? And of course, here's Quarantina and Pandemic. Let's see. Gotta find that one page that I really thought was pretty funny. Oh, here it is. What do you miss most? I miss seeing movies on the big screen. I miss going to restaurants with friends. I miss coughing on strangers. I don't know, that one just tickled my fancy. I really like this page. If I had to own one page from this whole book, that's the one I'd go with. I think that one is the best of the bunch. It really is up to my sense of humor, basically. But yeah, that is pretty much it. I believe I like this page a lot too. Life through panels, I believe, is the theme. Let me read this. Okay, seeing the world only through windows. Once again, that is a very human thing that we can all identify with right now. But anyways, I won't show you the last page because you obviously want to experience the whole story the way it's intended for itself. Here's the back cover, and once again, the information is michaelavolio.com. Here's a card. Hopefully that shows up on there. And here's the other card. That's not bad. That's pretty cool little cards there. Okay, and finally, and I'll get to these after I read them all. Here is volumes 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 of One for Sorrow by Lethal Lee Thacker. This is one of the best comics that I've seen in recent years. I've only read the first volume, but it really captured my imagination. I've had volumes 1, 2, and 3 for a good bit now, but I've been waiting to complete the entire collection before I read it. Now, this is 800 pages of a story. How many people do you know who committed to writing an 800-page graphic novel? I'm blown away that a self-publisher would basically commit themselves to their own series like that. That's really great. I really want to read this for myself. I think that that he is very similar, yet his own thing, to Alan Moore almost. This was very impressive. A lot of the storytelling in this was really cool in the first volume here. And I can't wait to see what's in store for the rest of the series. The other 3 volumes are actually on their way right now. They're actually on the website at lulu.com. Once again, I'll put another link at the bottom so you can actually check it out for yourself. But the other ones are on their way from that site. Once I have them all, I'll start over and I'll basically refresh myself, and then I'll do a little book report on here about that. So far, though, I remember being very, very impressed by this. So check that out. If you go to his Lulu page, there's actually a free 16-page story that's about Jews who survived the Holocaust that are celebrities. I haven't actually checked it out yet, but it's free. So if you wanted to have a taste of this artist's work, that's a pretty good way. So check it out. That's basically all I have right now. Once again, we're having that contest. So if you go to Mark Darden's website below, you can win this free original art by me. I'll sign it. Maybe I'll even color on a separate piece of paper and mix the two together using my computer. Maybe not. But if you want colors, just let me know and I'll do it. Anyways, that's basically it. If you have any questions or anything, leave it in the comments. I'll get back to you. And I appreciate all of you for checking this out. If you want anything reviewed on here, just let me know. I'll either you provide me with a digital copy or just send me something, and I'll definitely spread the word about it. Well, anyways, thanks for everything, and like and subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you next time in Outstanding Achievement. Bye.